Well, hello, hello, and welcome to Melissa's Crafting Treehouse. I am Melissa Kerman, the queen of the treehouse. I have a fun paper crafting project for you tonight, and it is a Valentine's theme. Notice the colors here. Now you could do it whatever color scheme you want because I'm going to show you some options, or tell you some options anyway. Um, but yeah, this is a super cute and simple Valentine's treat that I have made before because I love it so much. It's quick and easy, and it's a great little treat to be able to give away to friends or team members or customers or whoever. So, in fact, some of my customers are going to be getting them in the mail. Surprise, surprise. You'll know who you are once you get it. um, Hello, and so thank you for saying hello. Hi, Sharon. So glad you're here. Do comment and say hello when you've joined in. I always like to know who's watching, and if you want to share something about what's going on with you or where you're from, I love that also. It's so fun when we have people joining in from all over the place. Anyway, so let's see what we got here today. I'm going to show you my desktop, give you a little sneak peek of what we're going to make today, and do a few little announcements, and then we'll go from there. So what we're using today is the Heartfelt Hellos stamp set, which is a celebration item. I think this is probably my single favorite item. Hi, Barbara. Welcome. So glad to see you here from Texas. Um, this set, I love it because it's so versatile. And I have used, I think, 3 of the 6 sentiments, but soon we'll have Easter will be coming and Mother's Day. And yeah, those will come in handy as well. And Father's Day also. So I love that. And then this designer paper is the, what is it called? Most Adored Designer Series paper. Beautiful patterns. I'm going to turn that over in just a bit and show you all the different patterns. Before I jump into the project, just so a couple of quick little announcements. So I noticed, Sharon, you said you shared. So yay. Thank you so much for doing that. I always have my little reminders here. They're as much for me as for you. To share, tag your friends, follow me here on Facebook, like me here on Facebook, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, all those good things. It really helps a lot. If you are a customer and order through me, if you use the host code, I offer perks and a little gift if your order is over 50, and if your order is under 50, you everybody gets a tutorial bundle for free. So those are some things that I offer to my customers. You guys know Celebration is going on right now. Of course, I'm using Celebration products. I did last week as well, having so much fun playing with the new stuff. There's an amazing joining special because it's Celebration that goes through the end of February. And coming up is the Winter Makers Mojo Creative Escape event. Now that is coming in mid-February, but our event group goes live on the 31st, which is a week from today, or a week from yesterday, I think, because we have lots of fun that happens in the group. We do play along posts, and there are 10 of those, and there are prize drawings for each of those 10 posts. But you do have to get into the group at the beginning because those play along posts are time sensitive. So they are only live for 48 hours where you can be entered into the drawing for all those 10 different posts. So we encourage you to get in and RSVP and register as soon as possible. There are links in the description of the video to register through me. So there are presenters, 10 live presentations, PDF tutorials that are chock full of materials, and the videos as well. And you can watch live or the replay. So lots of fun. There's links in the description to all the details. There's always free PDF tutorials in my weekly newsletter. So I'll give you an update that on just a bit and when you'll be able to get a tutorial for today's project. And then, of course, when I'm going to go live next, we'll bring that back in later. And, of course, my web address, my website, if you want to go to my website and check out all the different projects and things that I share there. Hi, Mary Beth. So good to see you here. Hi, Bonnie. Thank you for commenting. Oh, I'm glad you're here. Even if it's just a bit, I'll take you for even just a little bit, Mary Beth. So glad you're here. All right. So let's get started. So this is the cute little treat that we're making today. And before I show you the fun little pop-up element, let's show you the back side. So you can do it, use, of course, these sides, which are Flirty Flamingo and Real Red. That's the color scheme, and white. Or you can use back sides, which I also love, and these allow you, of course, to customize them. So you don't have to do your project in reds and pinks. If you want to do it in greens and purples or whatever you want to do, you can make it a little bit more masculine for the men in your life. So there's some really nice neutral patterns in here. This is specialty paper, right? So it's embossed and will resist ink. So it gives you a lot of room to play and create. So I have been loving this paper. Now, in addition to the project that I have to show you today, I also have some show and tell, shall we say. So at the end, I'm going to show you some additional works that I've made with this designer paper just for fun. Okay, so this is what we're making. Super simple and fun. So here's how it goes. You just pull it out and there's chocolate inside. Don't we love chocolate? I love chocolate. I just lost a light. Where did my light go? That is so weird. It just got a little dim. Okay, that is really strange. Okay, anyway, so the chocolate pulls out. So now this is the only tricky thing, right? If you give this to somebody, you might need to write a little note on it. Here's my little note that says, you know, pull up the ribbon. Because otherwise they might try to untie it, but you don't want them to untie it. You want them to pull it up and see the magic in there. So there's our cute little project. So we're going to make one and we're going to custom do the paper. So for the one we're going to do today, we're going to use this gold side with the flowers. But again, you could do whatever color scheme you want. Hi, Laura Lee. Hi, Robin. So glad to see you here. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. So you're going to start with a piece of cardstock. The one we're going to do today is going to be a real red base instead of the white base. And here's your scoring. So 6 by 6 scored at 2.5, 2 3/4, 5 1/4, and 5 1/2. If you know how to do a screenshot, you can do a screenshot and you maybe won't even need the tutorial, but up to you. So we're going to remove that. So it's already scored, of course. So we're just going to go ahead and burnish it on all the score lines. I've got my bone folder over here, and we want those score lines to be really nicely creased. We're sort of making like an open box. One of the things I love about this little Valentine treat is that it's so quick and easy, as you are going to see today. So I've folded on all my score lines, nice and well burnished. And then I'm going to grab my Stampin' Seal Plus. Now, I could probably use the Stampin' Seal, but the Seal Plus is even stronger than the regular seal, and it's really good for 3D projects that, you know, are under some pressure. So I'm going to bring in my Sickle and Craft mat, and I'm just going to go ahead and put adhesive all the way down that strip. Now, the easy way to do this is to fold this over. So you might be tempted to sort of just to try to line it up and have it be like that, right? But the easy way to do it is to press it flat, to fold it flat, fold on the next score line over here, and just press it down, making sure, of course, that it lines up at the top and the bottom, just like that. So now it's flat and you can press against it and make sure that it's really a nice solid attachment there. So there's my piece. Okay, so next I'm going to take a pencil and just make a little pencil mark here. Now I want it to be low enough so that it's going to be hidden behind my front piece. So you can see I've got my designer paper piece here. I've got about a 1/4 inch latitude there, but you can go down a little bit more just to be sure. And then I'm just grabbing your regular old, what is that, a 1/4 inch hole punch, and holding it together like that, just like that. The pieces are held together and it's square. And then we're just going to go punch that out. So just like that. Super simple. Now I'm using a piece of sweet sorbet ribbon. This goes with the Be Mine, I think it's called Be Mine suite that's in the current mini catalog, the January to April mini catalog. And I'm just going to pull that through. Now you might notice this one is not the same ribbon. I actually custom colored this ribbon with a Sweet Sorbet Blends alcohol marker. This ribbon started as petal pink. So a pale pink there. So, oh, you've made them, Robin? Yes, I know. Every once in a while they have to come back around, and it's just so easy to make these. So anyway, so you've got your ribbon through there. Now I could actually color this if I didn't want a white edge, but I'm going to have white on my sentiment, so I'm happy to have a white edge there. And it's going through the whole thing, right? So right like that. So before I do anything else, I'm going to grab my chocolate bar. Tempted to eat it, but I'm not going to. And I'm just going to put it down and through the top. Now I'm going to fold this part of the chocolate packaging back so that it's a little bit out of the way and shows a little bit less on the front. And I'm going to make sure that my seam is on the back of my little box. So my seam is, you probably can't even tell, but it's in the back. And then I'm just going to tuck that down in, holding onto my ribbon. And I can also, if I want, kind of tuck that other one back as well. And kind of get that in place, just like that. So there we go. Now I like to do that first because then I have a solid surface in which to put my decorative elements on. Okay, so we're going to set that aside for now because we need to get some of the other parts done. And I'm going to bring in this gorgeous designer series paper. I have a project that I made for my team, my recent team meeting, and we used this paper. I'm going to show you the sample in a little bit when I do the show and tell. I love that we have Barbara and Lorley, our sisters. Yay, Barbara and Lorley. So glad when family does this together. I love it that you're both here. All right. So we're going to grab some inks, and I've got the backing is Sweet Sorbet. I've got Flirty Flamingo, and I've got Real Red. Now, Sweet Sorbet is one of the 22, 24 in colors, and it is retiring as of, what would it be, the end of April when the current annual catalog retires. And this is a color that I've kind of neglected. I don't usually work in red, so of course Valentine's is perfect for it. But I have a whole bunch of the cardstock, and I had this ribbon. It's like, okay, this is my opportunity to use the Sweet Sorbet. Now, I wanted a little bit more contrast in my color on the paper. So instead of using Sweet Sorbet, I'm going to use Real Red, Flirty Flamingo to get sort of a range of the pinks and reds, right? We'll bring in the Sweet Sorbet in the cardstock and the backing and also in the ribbon. I think the sentiment is Real Red, but okay. So we're going to start with our Flirty Flamingo, and these are freshly inked. So hopefully not going to be too splotchy, but I wanted it to have a good amount of ink on here. So I'm using a scratch paper and taking it off on my paper first because it's a bit splotchy. And I'm going to go over this. And it's the lighter of the two colors. So I'm kind of trying to go in between the big roses. And I'm going to focus the big roses with the Real Red. So we'll stop there on that for now. Bring that up to the camera so you guys can see what it looks like. Kind of looks like a mess, doesn't it? And then we're going to take a different small blending brush with our Real Red. And I just inked this one up too. So take that first bit off on the paper so it doesn't get splotchy. And I'm just going to go into the big roses with my Real Red. Doing kind of a light touch when I first get on there just to, I also don't want it to be a circle. I just want to highlight the center. Now you could color these in, of course, if you want it to be more fussy with, you know, different colors and red and green and whatever you wanted, right? Because there are leaves in there as well. But we're doing the quick coloring in. I'm always a little bit off to the side on the camera just because, hello, hi there, I'm still here. All right. Hi, Sherry, good to see you here. Okay, so So you've made these little treats too, huh? I think this is the third time I can remember doing it, but there's several years between each of the creations, and they're each different based upon what designer paper you use or whatever. So they're each unique and fun. All right, so I'm going to bring in a little bit more of my Flirty Flamingo. So this is what I've got so far. So I need to kind of soften and let's see, add a little bit more of that pinkish. I didn't add any more, I don't think. I don't think I added any more. I'm just using the residual that's on the brush. Now you could also do what I'm doing here and then actually go back in with a Blends alcohol marker and make the flowers really stand out. Then you're taking your project to a much more time-consuming type of project, which if you want to do, by all means, you should do it. I'm going to keep this fairly simple, though. All right. And I'll be done with our Flirty Flamingo. And I take this is my red blending brush. I'm just going to use the residual to get a little bit more of the red in a few spots. All right, I think I'm done with that. Now, as you know, as you probably know, you may know, this is embossed, which means that the ink's going to sit on the surface and needs to be wiped off. So I've just got a paper towel here. Just going to dampen it a little bit with some water, not too wet. And let's do half of it so we can see what it looks like. See if we can really tell the difference. It is kind of subtle because it is gold, but you can see there is ink coming off. And if I don't do this, I'm going to end up with it on my hands or somewhere where it doesn't belong. So you definitely want to wipe it off. All right. So there we go. Now, you can see the backside. Anyway, I just can't resist but use that gold side. So pretty. Hi, Elizabeth. So good to see you here. All right, where is my adhesive? Now I need my regular seal. I'm just going to go ahead and attach this to its backing layer. Comment if you are a red and pink lover. Is that your favorite part of the rainbow? Just curious. Do we have any red lovers out there? Red and pink lovers? My daughter loves pink. She is just a pink girl through and through. Has been since she was a young child, even though I probably tried to keep pink away from her because I didn't want her to assume that she would want pink. But, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, it's genetic or it's environmentally influenced. Sometimes you just don't know. All right, so I think in her case, it was just part of her genetics. Just she was meant to love pink. All right. Blues and purples for me. For you, Elizabeth? Yes, blues and purples. I love blues and purples. Bring in some greens too. That's sort of the side of the rainbow that I most love. And it's rainy Atlanta. You know, I was just going to say, so it has gone up in the last 5 days, 10 degrees. I think it was in the teens here, maybe 5 days ago, and every single day it's gone up 10 degrees. Today, it's in the high 60s and balmy. I swear it's muggy out, and I can't even stand it. I hate muggy, and here I live in the South. So I had to put the air conditioning on in my tree house because the heat rises, and it was super hot here. And it's rainy here too, of course. We're not so far from each other, Elizabeth, being in Charlotte and Atlanta. All right, so there's my piece. I'm going to go ahead and put adhesive on this. Now, important thing. You do not want any adhesive in the area that is the top, okay? Now I have to decide which I want the top to be. I think this is going to be the top. And the reason is if I put adhesive here, it's going to attach to that ribbon and prevent the mechanism of this little treat. So you definitely do not want adhesive at the top. And it's very easy to make that mistake. Believe me, I know because I've done it. So no adhesive right at the top, but I've got it on all the sides and in the middle. So let's go ahead and attach that on. And the chocolate is in there, so I've got a nice solid surface. Isn't that so pretty? I think it's so pretty. I love it. Love this paper. And I love chocolate. All right, so now we're going to grab a little bit of gold cord. Now, here's the funny thing is I use silver on all of these, and I wasn't even thinking when I did this one. So on some of the other ones I used this paper on, I'll show you at the end. I just did silver. And as I was looking at it and in one of my photos going, dang, that needs to be gold. What was I thinking? Okay, so this is one of the things I always do with this, this cord is I fray the end a little bit and I pull out the little filament on the inside. I know you've heard me say it before because I always do it. And I do it so that I can fray the ends of my cord and have it look sort of like sparkles or whatever without seeing that the sort of fabric thread in the inside. Okay, so I'm just going to head and tie this on. Do a nice tight knot. And then I'll just kind of adjust the ribbon so it looks nice. And then we'll go ahead and trim off the ends. And then I'm going to go ahead and do what I like to do, which is I use my fingernails and I just fray it a little bit so you see the difference. Let's see if the camera will focus on that. So it's got the little, I probably can't see. I don't know if you can see. Anyway, so you can see the difference maybe. I'm going to do the other side also. I just think it looks so much more festive when it's all, roughed up like that in a good way. Okay, and then we're just going to trim off the top ribbon. I turned it over like that so I could see that they were even when I was cutting it. Okay, so now we are ready for the sentiment. Now I've actually given myself a jump start on this. I stamped my sentiment and I'm real red. And I'm going to go ahead and use my favorite punch. How many times have you seen me use this punch lately? I feel like I'm using it on everything. If you remember how many times you've seen me, comment and let me know. Are you getting tired of it? I hope not. This is a great punch, and it coordinates with this Heartfelt Hellos. And there's another set, Heartfelt Hexagons, that it coordinates with as well. That's in the catalog, one of the catalogs. Anyway, this is my favorite punch because I can size it however I want. So I'm going to size it. I'm just going to punch it so that it's snug up against the sentiment. I have it on both sides apparently. And then I'm going to go ahead and use this piece of cardstock as a little handle. I need to pull my adhesive forward on my Silk Craft mat. So I'm just going to go ahead and attach it like that so I have kind of a handle, something to hold on to. And then I'm going to slide it in here. Now the alternative is you can just stick it in there and hold on to it and then get it in place. But if you have a little handle, it makes it easier. So we're just making sure it's lined up side to side so the straight edges are in there, and then just giving myself a little bit of space at the bottom. Oh, you like the gold foil paper, Robin? Yes, me too. You turned on the AC too, Elizabeth? Yeah. It's crazy at this time of year. How is that even possible? All right, so now's my nice little tight sentiment there. Love it. And then I'm going to put some adhesive on the back. Looks like I stamped it almost in exactly the same place. There was a little flaw in my stamping on the back side this little bit of, it didn't stamp quite properly, so that's why I did it on the other side. I love that there's two sides to my paper. So handy. Let's see. So I can actually do it this way because I know it's going to trim off the sides. When you do this trick, it doesn't, you don't get side edges, you just get the top and bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and just line up my white with the sides, get my little border at the bottom, punch it off, and then if I want to attach this to a handle, I can, or I can just go like this and hold on to it and just make sure I got about the same edge on the top as the bottom. I need to pull it out just a little bit more. And then you can even play with these little edges. I've done that on a project too. It's fun. All right, so there's my sentiment. And I'm going to go ahead and just put dimensionals on the back side, which I think I have to grab. Okay. Oh, look. I want to have side here. Okay. Got a brand new sheet of dimensionals. All right, so after I show you this, I am going to do some show and tell of a couple other projects. So stay tuned, it's coming. So there we go. So pretty, right? All right, so now I was thinking I might actually put a few little embellishments on these. I haven't actually done embellishments on really any of the ones I've done so far, but these ones, these iridescent foil gems, which have gold elements in them, I thought might be nice. So I'm just going to go ahead and try those and see, and then we'll be done with this. So I just thought maybe we'd do some here and abouts. Now these ones coordinate with it's the Kid Suite. I forget what it's called. I'm sure some of you guys know. I don't know that I'm liking it though. I don't know that I like it that much. It's a little bit, unless I do it on the sentiment. Let's try it there and see what we think. Kind of gets lost on the paper. Paper's got so much going on already. Let's see what we think. I really know that it needs it. Yeah, I don't think it needs it. Sometimes just simpler is better. I think that it goes with the colors, but I just don't like the position on there. So that's just me. All right, so we tried. It's always fun to see what embellishments we can get to go with our thing. So let's just show you the rest of the ones that I made of this. So we've got those two, and then I've got another one done with one of the other papers. All have chocolate in them. And then this one I actually really love because I did sort of bands of color. So I did the red band and then the Flirty Flamingo band, and you can really see the color differentiation on this one. I like this one more than I thought I was going to actually. But this is where an example, I used the silver cord. What was I thinking? There's gold in there, silly me. It still looks pretty. It took me a while to notice. I did the same thing on that one. I only thought of using the gold cord today because I saw, like I said, I saw it in a photograph and went, wait a minute, that's supposed to be gold. Anyway, so much fun, right? Love all those. So a couple other things that I've made with some of these same products. I get on a kick using certain things and start having so much fun that I can't stop. All right, let's clean this up a little bit. I got too much stuff all over the place. All right, so this card, which I love how this turned out. This is a layout that I cased from Jamie. I don't know what her last name is. Stamp It with Jamie, I think is what she's called. I found her on Instagram. So it's a really cute little layout. She used completely different colors and designer paper, but I loved it with this rose paper. And then of course I colored the little hearts paper as well and stamped on the inside. But the element that I just love is that it says hello there on the front. And then it says, "You're in my thoughts" on the inside. Now that is the, what is it called? This softly sophisticated stamp set. That's also a celebration item, but I love this. So now I've got a cord here. This could be used as a gift card holder, or you can open it up as well. I have the string there to kind of hold it down, but you can have it just an open card also. So I love this. We did this for my team. It was one of my team meeting projects. The other thing I've made with this designer paper is this, another chocolate holder. This one took me a long time to design. It's actually like just it's sort of a folded card. I don't even know how to explain it, but I took the designer paper and I colored it and then colored in and then stamped with that little heart. That is from something phrases, fabulous phrases or something like that. It's a sentiment set. So I stamped those hearts and then there's an image that you color them in with. I mean, you know, it's a stamp, two-step stamp. And then colored, of course, that's more of this, what is it called? Most Adored designer paper. Of course, did that same element. I was thinking this is a great masculine style Valentine treat. So yes, little different. And then with my team, another way that I've used the hexagon punch, because I can't stop using it, like I said, is to make these cute little treats. This was also our team meeting event. So it's got like a little box in here, some kisses tucked inside. And then I've used one of my favorite new stamp sets called Delicate Forest. And of course, the love. So there's a love image right in here. It says, "Love you more." Right? That's like the thing that people say these days, love you more. I just wanted the love, you know, because sometimes, you know, it's not like competition. Like you have to love somebody more than they love you. You know, I get the idea, but hi, Chan. Good to see you here. Thanks for joining in, even if it's late. I love that you're here. So again, use this heartfelt hello stamp set. Again, why I think this is my favorite, because it's so versatile. My favorite of the celebration items. So I did this one in Gorgeous Grape and fresh freesia, and then colored the ribbon in fresh freesia and did the inside. Of course, I did a tutorial for my team, but it was for my team, so it's not publicly available. I did one in the sweet sorbet also. So cute, right? And gave these to some of my club members when they were here this past week. And of course, we made them as at the team. So, and then this one, favorite color, Starry Sky, again with that gorgeous stamp set. I'm going to show you that stamp set. So Delicate Forest is the set with the images that are on here. And I am playing with this set. I am telling you, I have so much fun. I'm designing some really fabulous projects for the Makers Mojo event with this. Just absolutely love it. In fact, this may be the featured product for my upcoming club, which will be March and April, the March in-person club and the online club, because the projects I've made are so beautiful. Can't wait to share them. Now that stamp set coordinates with this Delicate Forest set of dies, which haven't really used these much. I've used the sentiment pieces, those frame pieces, but I've got some ideas for this little arbory thing. So yeah, some fun. So yeah, little sneak peeks. So as I mentioned, Makers Mojo is coming up really soon. It's February 16th and 17th, but the event group goes live on the 31st of January. So that's just a week from today. And then we have a little bit over 2 weeks where the event group is live, and we do the play along posts for prizes and prize drawings. We have 19 prizes, which is actually prize drawings for various things. We have a referral drawing. We have a drawing for people who participate in the survey. We have door prize drawings. We have the play along post drawings. So yeah, so we try to give lots of prizes to those who participate, and tons of content. The PDF tutorial total page number for last event, the one we did in October, was 99 pages. Okay, so each tutorial has not just the primary project, but multiple project variations as well. So it's a wonderful event. There are links to register and to find out more information in the description of this video. So yes, and this set, the Delicate Forest is kind of a I'm not sure it's one that a lot of people would notice. My two favorite images are this one, and that's what I've designed with so far. And then this one, of course, if you look at this, you'll see the ground images down there. But this one and this one have yet to play with, but I will. That's one of the things I try to do when I design with a bundle, is like use everything in the set if I possibly can. So let's see. I contemplated showing you some of the pieces, my unfinished pieces for my Maker's Mojo project, because I have decided I'm going to just swipe it by the screen. So you might, this is just a start, right? It's not even a finished card, but there we go. That was one of the projects. It's so beautiful. Okay. So anyway, let's, I've got me small and that big. And so I'm back. Hello. I am almost ready to finish up. Let's see if I got anything else. I reminded you about Maker's Mojo. The tutorial for this project, the one that I made today, will be in next week's newsletter. So next Wednesday's newsletter. And what else? I did do a tutorial for last week's project, the one that used the Flight and Airy Designer Series paper with dry embossing, and I made a third version. So that's going to probably be in a reel sometime soon. So you'll get to see that one if you follow Instagram or Facebook Reels. I think it'll definitely be in Instagram. And maybe Facebook if it's short enough. There are restrictions on how long they can be in these various places. So anyway, so that tutorial is coming out for this. And make sure to share, tag, follow, like, subscribe if you're on YouTube, all those good things. Oh, hi, Linda. Good to see you here. I'm just finishing up. It's a little shorter than my usual. And I guess that's pretty much it. So go back and watch the replay if you missed the beginning. And thank you so much for joining in. I hope you enjoyed the project, and we'll make some fun Valentine treats. My next Facebook Live is 2 weeks from tonight. I am not going to be live next week, but I will be live on February 8th with another fun project, of course. And that'll be right before Valentine's Day. So who knows? Maybe I'll have another Valentine's thing. We'll see. But yeah, we'll see. All right, guys, have a wonderful evening. Thanks for joining in. And I love you. You guys are the best. Thanks so much for being here. Mwah! Bye. I'm glad you liked it, Lauren. Thanks for commenting.